Good morning to all. And this is the icon of the panel discussions and on the media forum with his Royal Highness and during preparation he asked me not to exaggerate and I'm so proud to moderate this panel discussion or this fire chat with His Royal Highness, and I come back to my true profession as a journalist and moderate this session with His Royal Highness. I'm gonna talk about a short story before we start. His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz just gave me always gives me a media consultant, and I'm a critical due to I criticize and he listens carefully. I just recall that I had a remark and we discussed extensively, and you couldn't beat His Excellency in debate, and he asked me to come to agree. If you repeated your appearance since that time 2 years ago, in each media appearance I look hard at the screen, and I wish to have repeated media appearance for His Royal Highness, and he didn't repeat himself. Each time he is different. Unfortunately, he made this kind of a victory. He won the battle. So we'll start with the Royal Highness. How can you ensure that you wouldn't repeat yourself in your media appearance? First of all, and I think Salman and some colleagues that I have this kind of exposures and acquaintance over my professional career. It's not just I had no media appearance, but this trend changed recently. I still believe that we should have a interface or a spokesperson, some person in the general norms and customs and traditions. The minister is the one who is mandated to convey this kind of message, and we have a professional culture in bureaucratic and professional. If you need to sustain your try to be responsible for the kitchen and stay in the kitchen, and you shouldn't have this kind of repeated media appearance. It's not necessarily the desire to show off. As a matter of fact, I didn't have any kind of experience or media practice before, but due to the circumstances, I come to a different worlds, starting at as the 8th day as a minister in the office. Despite the accident that took place at that time, it was a chance. It's not a chance, but it was a circumstances that necessitate that to appear on the media. When you exceed and overcome this kind of magnitudes of this kind of accidents, you break this psychological barrier. So I seek with my colleagues at the ministry to to subject them to the same, to expose them, just to push them to the front, just to overcome this kind of psychological barriers. So in our sector, in energy sector, if you allow me to go back, you mentioned the members, for the attendees, that they are the impact creators. But I will, with your permission, I will highlight a fact: the impact creators need change makers. The impact makers need change makers. And without having a impact maker who is the godfather of the vision, his crown prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the prime minister, we wouldn't have any impact at all. So this kind of material can give you the ability to communicate, and I hope that I wouldn't exceed. I wouldn't go beyond in my professionalism media right now. I can see giant media professionals who lack for the media material, media content. Now what is available right now wasn't available in the past. Right now we have media content and media material, or so this is, I think this is a source of inspiration, and we should open up to the world, because we lost the impact at the national level and the international level. We wouldn't weren't effective to provide or to express ourselves openly in the past. Right now we have an international role to play, in which we open our country to the world. As you mentioned, the expo and the sports competitions, and hosting the World Cup, and the huge efforts in tourism, and opening up in new sectors, and opening the space and the room for such different activities, economy, media, commercial, investment, new sectors. If you have this kind of momentum, so in this case, you have a huge media material. So we have this kind of media material right now. And right now we have a different perspective of the entire world, and in some cases we have a greater responsibility, but we have a lot of challenges in this sector. So when I remind you, Salman, coming back to the question, to challenge me, I will give you some examples. Over the last year, I participated in a number of events. So the flagship events from September, around 14 events. So I prepare the materials of the 14 events, and for any media professional, so he will find me different topics, different content, and it was very important, and it was very I was obliged to participate to enhance the outcomes of such events. So we have some things that I aspire, and honestly speaking, I am fully committed to appear on the media or the event. And what I enjoy most is MESC event annual, and might some people may say that MESC is sponsored by the Crown Prince, but in MESC I was a former professor at King Saud University, so I enjoy mentoring. So, and I find it's a duty in MISC. You have this kind of extensive meeting and discussions with young people, and this is what I enjoy most, I think. But the other events, FII, I was given an opportunity to deliver a presentation of about 40 minutes, and please look into the content of this presentation and the interaction and the engagement of the such audience of the audience. If and ask yourself if this presentation can respond and can interact with the audience and showcase the opportunities that we can provide to the audience, and look at اكتفاء and localization program. And I should attend and participate. And if you look at the presentation, you can find the barcodes, and we have modified more than 40 investment opportunities based on the feedback and insights of the investors in education form. Education forum. I focused on the energy transition and renewable energy, and this is a very important message that should get across, and it has greater impact, because right now, when we eye the future, we have manipulative practice in mining and preparing for such, and this is it's only manipulated by one country. So I would like to elaborate that even the OPEC, it was a monopoly, or but we have a monopoly, existing monopoly, and which will grow bigger and bigger in the future. So I would like to say that we invest in this domain, and this is fair, because we wouldn't be exposed to manipulative practices. And I showcase investment opportunities. I still embrace any challenge in any occasion, in any event, for the incentives, standard incentives. So the challenge is not between me and your Royal Highness, but I will open the floor for the media professionals. Your Royal Highness, I wouldn't repeat myself, because this is boring to repeat yourself as the singers, doing the same concert, the same lyrics, the same songs. To renew and to present something new. You enjoy this kind of exposures and calmness, and during challenging situations. This is a personal trait, or you have acquired as such during training and exposures. This is runs in the blood. This runs in the blood. This is and also the wisdom of age as well.
There are sometimes, going out of the text. Sometimes you like to do that. So, what is your philosophy and this kind of type of going out of the text? I'm one. A lot of people, in fact, who are in front of us know that I am. Sometimes I say sorry, unfortunately, and so sometimes I can control that. Sometimes I cannot. But sometimes I like doing things just at the spur of the moment. So I'm a very natural person that way, as I see myself. A lot of my friends, colleagues have known me for that. And there was discussion with one of the colleagues without mentioning any names. So I emphasized about something that had taken place, that you have no proof to prove that, in fact. Unless you mention a verse. The verse says that Allah knows what your eye can deceive or steal or make something wrong, and also what your chest is hiding. So being spontaneous would make you more at peace with yourself. And this has nothing to do with the media. It is some kind of a philosophical issue. But sometimes when I can talk in a way that shows my belief, regardless of the others would accept it or not. So my spontaneity sometimes it might be not the best thing to do. But anyway, I would like you to ask you, Your Highness, as an expert, not as a minister, what did you learn from the market of petrol? So I have learned since I started working with the University of Petrol that energy you cannot understand in a very narrow way. The price is the market, so the energy is much bigger than something that you can teach in a classroom about the economies of energy. So the engineering, chemical engineering or petroleum engineering. I think the energy is one type of, it is one science in so many sciences, in fact. So this is the methodology that I have followed actually in developing myself, and this is a methodology that that should be probably used all the time. So it should be you should be a person that know a lot of sciences things. You cannot say that you can an expert in energy if you are not having this kind of comprehensive look. And I feel sometimes sorry for those people who are working that with the narrow perspective, because they will not be able to understand, in fact, and comprehend things that they should know until you are able to if you want to look at it from the side of developing policies, if you don't have enough conscious knowledge about so many political issues also, and also besides that, also the social also status media. So you should be a rounded person so that you can live with this, Your Royal Highness. That's why it is good to interact with people, and as I see it, after I was. So there isn't anything like getting specialized. There should be a lot of your knowledge from different sciences. Now, if you see good universities, famous universities, you should be a person with multidisciplinary track. You should study computing, math, and other topics, because these are very important tools in your life. These will take you to different directions, for so many directions, so you can move to different places and the directions. This is another topic. Maybe the Minister of Education could probably invite me, and I will be able to talk more about that. Your Royal Highness sometimes will be very sensitive about media, and you had different sometimes positions with some journalists. What's the reason for that? It is actually the difference of the understanding of the profession of to be a person from the media, or a person from the media. So you are going to spend sometimes 25 minutes with so many people explaining a topic, and you emphasize different points, and you say sometimes this is not right or this is right. This is what I believe. This is what I'm doing. So there is a difference between the news and something that is not. So sometimes, you say something and they would write something else. So this means that they give no value or what you have said. So after that, this journalist will come to me and ask me he wanted to put me on the spot. So I do not take my right. I do not take my right for myself. I take the right of the kingdom itself, my home. So if somebody invites you and then they put something else, write something else, so you asked for it, you got it. So that's why people are now on the track. Isn't that right? Wouldn't that be considered more? Wouldn't you be considered sensitive more than probably the situation required? So it's who says that you should be quiet when there is somebody attacking your persuasions? So shouldn't be ashamed of defending your position, your perspective. You've talked about the King Fahd University for Petroleum and Minerals. What still you still have from that university? I'm still there. Sometimes I go and make lectures. I visit there and do lectures. There was one occasion, a beautiful occasion, that His Royal Highness the Crown Prince was participating in it, or he ordered it, and so the audience should be attending. Everybody should be attending there. The boys and girls, or men and women, should be each one on one side. So I said no, they should be all together. So for myself now, if I leave my position, I might go to what I loved all the time, and that is teaching. This is actually a scoop for our forum. In all the countries of the world, you still go. You went to Oxford, and أنا سعدت أنك أنا سعدت بوجودك. أنا أستطيع أن أقول أن الحياة هي عبارة عن عملية تعلم. ينبغي علينا أن نكون واقفين مكاننا باستمرار. ينبغي علينا نتعلم باستمرار. إذن هي عملية تعلم مستمرة لا تنتهي حتى ينتهي الإنسان في القبر. Your Royal Highness, let me please finish with this question. After so many years of service in the media and in the education field, what is your advice to the next generations? For the millionth times, go after what you like, go after what you love, and do not forget the main basic law or thing in your life, your family, your homes, your houses, your family's members. And do not forget, again, those who are the people who are making the change in our country now. This concept has changed actually for these people, that it is something comprehensive concept, so that those who are making the change, in fact, are leadership, which is actually looking for the change. They have given a lot of resources for that and enablers. So who is going to make the change? Who are the ones who are gonna benefit from that change? That's why we should make ourselves remember all the time that each person from us is one person who is making the change. Otherwise, change will not take place. Your Royal Highness, thank you so much for your precious time, and thank you for all the things that you've mentioned. Thank you very much.